guys, it is time to check in on my starch solution. I'm doing 50-50 plates, which means every meal I'm having 50% of the plate be non-starchy veggies and the other half is starch. And I try to stay with whole grains as much as possible, but I have a weakness for white rice. And so it hasn't. Now those end up, on WW Purple, I do have to count those points. But it is so good, and they don't seem to be hurting me so far. So so far so good. I even use corn tortillas and make some fat-free enchiladas. I mean, I'm really being creative, but I am keeping my condiments simple. A little tamari, a little homemade salsa. But I'm trying some new things here and there, and I'm finding a lot of different fat-free sauces that I could use. I'm real careful about the sugars. I have oatmeal almost every morning, and I absolutely love it. One thing that I'm finding out is that, my hunger gets up, and here's more tamari for my veggies. When I'm ready to eat, it just tastes marvelous. Everything tastes so good, so I'm really, really enjoying it. Using a few of the gourmet vinegars on my veggies too every now and then. Here I made a waffle, which I have made a video on this before. It's very simple. I'll put a link down below from where I got this. But really wonderful starch solution. Here I made pancakes for the family. I'm using apple butter here as a topping, and I have a video on that, link below. Okay, so it is Saturday morning, and I weighed 2 days ago. And so this morning I wasn't going to because I thought, Kat, it's too soon. Why do that to yourself? But I was curious, and so I got on the scale, and I am down another 1.2 today from 2 days ago. And 2 days ago I was down 0.2, and 2 days before that I was down 1.4. So this week I think it's a total of 2.8 down, which is incredible to me. But I'll take it. It's awesome, because what happened was, when I hurt my knee, right, over a month ago. And so during that month that it was kind of like shut down the most, which it's still there, but I'm learning to live with it. But it's like I was moving less and eating more, right? Which is the opposite of, how to lose weight. So I actually put on 5 pounds during that time. So I'm actually working on getting down to that point right now. And I have maybe a couple more pounds to go, 2.2 or whatever. And then I can start moving down from there again. So I'm really happy that I'm getting back to that point. And I looked, the date that I was at a point I hadn't seen for a while was August 6th. And I was ecstatic about that number because I broke a number then. And of course, I'm not saying the number right now because my husband's going to watch this and I don't want him to know my weight. We've been married 34 years and he has never known. My hubby is really, I think, doesn't understand what women weigh. And so they weigh different from men, but women are all over the place, especially these days. And what started me on saying, okay, I could probably do this and keep with this, and I could probably lose the amount of weight that I need to, and I can stay on this road of discipline, and I can do this. I showed my husband a chart by Dr. Walter Kempner, and Dr. Walter Kempner worked with a lot of plant-based people to lose weight, and his BMI chart, I noticed, was quite different from the one that most people use these days. And he's also the doctor that Dr. McDougall, who wrote the Starch Solution that I'm really currently following right now. He looked up to Dr. Kempner. Okay, and so I looked at the BMI chart, and for my height at 5'3" as a female, he listed my BMI as what I thought was ridiculously low, and I don't believe I ever remember being that size. And I think he listed it at 104. It's crazy. And I told my hubby, I would have to be dead, decomposing for 2 weeks and have no clothes. And I would probably meet 104. So for me, it's not something that I'm shooting for, to be that thin. And now he looked at his chart and I said, I'm going to send you, for your height, your expected, what he thinks you should be at. And I sent it to him and he looked at it and he said, wow, but it was a bit lower than where he's at. But he said, after a while, he said, if I did this and that, I actually think that's doable for me. And for him was like 145 or so. And he is, which I think is too thin for him. He's packing on quite a bit of muscle now, and he looks fabulous. But I told him I think that would be too thin, because right now I think he's about 168 or so. He fluctuates from 165, 168, somewhere in there. And I honestly think he's perfect. But when he said that, I thought, okay, I don't believe that 104 is something that I should shoot for. I really don't think that I would feel good at that size, but I could shoot for less than what I'm already shooting for. This is true. So I decided, okay, I think that was one of the things that pushed me to be a little bit more disciplined on this road. And besides that, at the forefront, I just really want to take more weight off of this damaged knee and this broken tendon. And I want to get better, right? Because I think for me in my mind, kind of like, if you give a smoker or somebody, trying to quit cigarettes, something unpleasant to associate with the cigarettes, it really helps them to move away. For me, I associate the pain with the extra weight, the pain in my knee with extra weight. And so that keeps me focused on trying to avoid things that I know are going to cause that pain. But anyway, so some thoughts that are kind of going over in my mind right now. I'm grateful I'm 2.8 down, and I'm just going to keep on going. Tonight, my husband did ask me to go out to eat with him. And so I'm thinking if we do Mediterranean, which I love, the lentil soup is going to be way too salty. And I think it's going to be really hard to control the fat in those things. So I'm thinking probably the better thing to do would be to visit a Mexican restaurant, which I know my hubby loves, and I think I can control it much easier. So I'm going to check out a menu of a place nearby and see if I can put together some choices and have a plan before I go there. Hey everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Hubby and I are having a little date night dinner, and we are heading over to, we're not going Mediterranean because I think there's just too much that can derail me
I can't stay on
tonight. Yeah. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do Mexican food. There's a place called Pancho's here, and I looked at the menu and it looks like it's very doable as far as staying on the Starch Solution. Now, I have 12 points left on my purple plan for Weight Watchers today, and I have 44 weeklies that I haven't used. So I've been really racking them up, and that's not activity points. Those are just weekly points. So what I'm going to do is, I think, try to stay on plan as much as possible with the Starch Solution because I'm on a roll. I mean, I've lost 2.8 this week. 2.8, that's awesome. And I want to keep the ball rolling as long as I can. So let's see what happens. All right, we had a lovely little place. We sat upstairs in the corner all to our own, and I looked over the menu. I kept it very simple. They had a really good salad. I didn't eat the tortilla chips. I used salsa and lime as my dressing, had a big bowl of no-fat pinto beans, and about 3 corn tortillas, a diet soda, and I was set. When I came home, I had an instant oatmeal with a little apple butter, and yum. Okay, guys, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I will see you next time.